Alright, so it's part 3, which means that it's probably the part after this that things go terribly wrong. Because it's usually either part 4 or 5. But considering the order, I'm wondering if that's true. Because if I try Armored Armadillo after this, then things are going to go down south.
This isn't Donkey Kong Country.
What do you mean?
There aren't many platformers I've played where once you start a stage, you immediately have to go in the other direction to find out what 16 you missed.
That's hilarious, and you're wrong. This platform is exactly the type to do that. It's just that I remember there's something up here, I just forget how to get it. And so I'm trying to do the jumps. I think I do eventually, like, remember, oh yeah, this is how. So, board the platforms. Something else I wish I could also technically make in the video for the Nickelodeon All Stars, whatever. What if they did have a thing like that? That would be hilarious. Yeah, so you jump
Yeah.
off from the highest point there and then you go get it.
Okay, so that is a Donkey Kong Country moment.
Yep, and there's one when I've recently played Mega Man X2, and there's one where just like a health upgrade is literally just to the left. And there is one in Sting Chameleon stage where the health upgrade is technically right in sight, but also not. It's weird. Um,
This seems very, very terrible. Like, someone's stuff is in those lockers and you just destroyed them.
Look, this is an air base for the Maverick hunt. Not the Maverick Hunters. For the Mavericks. Like, who cares about their lockers?
Well, isn't that rude? That's why they're evil.
No, it's really not. Um, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure locker security wasn't the re. Then again, when you hear, apart from some of the Mavericks, you hear some of the excuses they give, like Chill Penguin. If you remember, said that Sigma paid for his services, and it's better than the job he was stuck with, which is manning a base at the South Pole with barely anybody to interact with. Um, there's one there's one in X2 called Bubble Crab who just purely does it for the money. So
Well, that's realistic.
so it's like it depends, and I should like start looking up some of the things for X2 before I go there. Before I get to it, I mean. Because there are a lot of interesting things that they revealed in the complete works. Um,
Yeah, you saved that.
yeah, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure this thing isn't supposed to be that dangerous, so I'm wondering what's going on. And what I think is that it activates if you're in the middle. It just like you have to be um over to the left a little bit more for it not to activate. The thing is though is that in the original those platforms were farther away, and the perspective was farther out, because this is a much closer perspective than the original game.
I feel I don't know anything about airplanes. I feel it's probably dangerous to be preparing to fly in such stormy weather.
Considering hurricane fires, and also just the fact that we're already at an altitude that's above the clouds, and that's where the main ship is.
I was
Also,
yawning, so I didn't want to say something while I did that.
okay, cool. Also, some enemies, of course, take just like bosses. And in the original Mega Man, sometimes enemies are slightly resistant to um the whoops.
Why'd you? Okay, it was an accident. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it was an accident, I guess.
Yeah, some enemies are slightly resistant to certain special weapons. Like I used the chameleon sting on that thing multiple times, and it just wasn't going down. Um, was it? Yeah, this is where you get the sub tank. One of the best additions, where you can stockpile health. Um, if you're already full on health, um, then basically what happens is that any health pickups you get will be stockpiled in the sub tank for you to use later.
Hmm.
It's really it's one of the best things you can get. Um, of course, I don't get all the sub tanks, I think, and all the stuff. Seriously, I really think that's just like how they put those platforms in. Did I not edit this out? I must have. This is the part where I edit out. Yes, it
This
is.
is one of those things that the fan base it just talks about. Wow, that was a really weird random spike in difficulty for one tiny section of the game. I'm trying to think of good examples, and my first thought is Pokemon. But I know there's one trainer in Sun and Moon that everyone talks about. Wow, that person was randomly very hard, but I don't remember who.
I just remember the trainer in Pokemon Black at the end of the cave that was champion level.
Oh yeah, that. But I mean, that's post the game. It is still very notable, but I think something that's a little earlier than that.
Hmm. Can't say I remember. It's been a while. I've played Black. You see, I'm just close to the edge, and this is happening. But I, I back on topic. I've been playing. I mean, I played Black more recently than Sun and Moon. So, but yeah, I've also played and recorded the original Mega Man X, and it's like nothing. Why am I saving in the middle of this one?
I don't know.
God, what I'd give for my thought processes sometimes when I do these things. Um, maybe I was testing how the quick save worked. But the thing is that I have completely forgotten what I was talking about. So it's time for you to show your quiz mastery and remind me.
You were talking about the fact that you recently played Mega Man X, the
Oh,
original.
oh, you actually did it. Wonderful. Yes. So the platforms in Mega Man X were not this hard. They absolutely were not. And of course, as I said, the perspective and the fact that these things are definitely um, closer together, which is usually an issue, which is usually what you think to be the opposite of an issue. Except those things trigger faster now.
No, I can generally, and this is probably from playing Mario Maker. I can generally see a zoomed out camera, zoomed out. I can see a zoomed in camera being a bit more difficult to deal with
Yes.
because yeah, I'm thinking. Are you
Oh
gonna
God,
say
Lord, we've
this?
lost them. Oh, that's
Hello?
just wonderful. We're back to the chronicles of lost audio again. Thought we were
I
back.
can hear you.
Oh wait, he's back. Wonderful.
I heard you. Okay, so as I was saying, playing Mario Maker, I zoomed out camera. Because I remember playing Mario Bros. 1 and Mario Maker at similar times and realizing that how zoomed in the camera is really makes just everything. Well, actually, I guess it depends. Because, yeah, most of the time, zoomed in camera was made just I could see a lot less of what was going on. But I specifically remember remaking a Mario Bros. 1 level in Mario Maker, and the zoomed out camera meant that every single bullet bill in that level decided to spawn at the same time, and so the level would be filled with bullet bills because the zoomed out camera means we could see more of them. So I guess it depends.
What depends is my patience on this group that I'm in on WhatsApp, constantly updating, and I'm afraid that because I really forget if I tested this or not, I'm afraid that if I go and check, the recording will kill itself. So I'm
I
not
doubt
gonna
it.
do it.
I mean, who knows? I doubt it.
Dude,
But
phones are
cause
weird, especially mine.
I did say, yeah, your phone. I did say, what did I say? That you can mute specific groups.
Yes, so I intend to do that eventually. What did we just get? I know we
Yeah.
already had the head parts and we obviously had the dash, so
Oh,
what?
explanation for Americans. WhatsApp is a messaging service everyone else in the world uses.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For
Okay.
some reason, Americans only know about iMessage and just know
Well, I mean,
regular
Japan uses
SMS
Line,
texts.
so
Yeah, line, but regular SMS texts are just no. So, especially iPhone exclusive or something, I have no idea. Does iMessage work on other thing? I have no idea. But yeah, everyone else uses WhatsApp, and I guess Telegram's probably the second most popular.
it took me a
Well,
second to
actually,
be
no.
like,
I
wait,
love
telegrams? What are you talking? Oh, that's the name of
yeah.
something.
Well, apparently a lot of people use Facebook Messenger as well. Just the Messenger app without Facebook, which I admit I also use. Because Facebook has taken over my life. Apparently, I use two Facebook apps for my primary messaging app.
I'm sure Zuckerberg is very happy to hear that. Um,
It's funny. Everyone's saying, yeah, Facebook needs to be broken up because that's what happened. Facebook, Facebook went down, and no one on Earth could message each other because of that. Because they have the two main ones, and so everyone's like, yeah, Facebook needs to be broken up. That's ridiculous. But it is.
yeah, man, that was a saga. And, of course, the memes that came from the saga were beautiful for a while.
Yeah, that was great. Except when the brands joined in. Actually, that's not true. Twitter and Tumblr saying, "Hey, ways to love." That was actually funny.
Hmm. Oh, this reminds me of something. Um, the thing with the thing with Mega Man X and surprisingly X2, I didn't know about it at the time, is that dash shots, like normal shots from your normal pellets, if you dash while shooting it has the same power as a charge shot.
That's cool.
Um,
Strats.
yeah. So the thing is that, like, I forget if it's also applies here. But that's why a lot of people, when when going against a storm tornado, will just use normal pellet shots because they're dashing constantly anyways. But I don't think I figured it out before before things end. So this is a semi-blind playthrough. So I'm not
We
too
don't have
broken up
those
about that.
anymore.
What?
We don't have those too often anymore. Someone starts a game and they pull out the wiki, and by everyone, I mean, I guess it depends on the game. Like, I'm playing something like Noita or Terraria, I pretty much have to pull out the notepad and the wiki and the Reddit posts because you will get nowhere without them.
The thing is that for Mega Man X2, I had to at least check um the optimal order for doing whatever, because I still play. I remember I did play a little bit of X2 in the past, but once again it's the same as with Mega Man X, where a little bit was way long ago, and if anything, I've seen less of X2 playthroughs in the past than X1. So
Is this a character from the original Mega Man X? Is the octopus?
what?
Are these bosses from the original Mega Man X or are they
Yes,
new?
they're all from the original.
Okay, continue.
So the thing is that I had to look up the order for optimal use. Well, I guess it's not so much had to, but I really wanted to not have to backtrack constantly. It's not that I was like strapped for time. It's just I already hate backtracking.
You know what's weird?
What?
Is there enough metal on Earth for the amount of robots and machinery on the scale of Mega Man? Without the Earth being like so like that seems there's just metal everywhere. And I think the amount of mining involved.
Well, by the original Mega Man, they started doing mining projects of space metals. So
Okay, so by the original Mega Man?
yeah, by Mega Man
Or
3, I think Snake Man and Gemini Man were they were supposed to
so the
begin
asteroid
mining.
belt probably no longer exists by Mega Man X2 or even ZX or whatever. I mean, Star Force, they're in space. Star Force is on the actual timeline?
No, that Star Force is in the other timeline with Battle Network.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just not hyper aware of the amount of machinery.
Yeah,
But
but
I mean, if they're mining space, it makes sense. Sonic probably doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
Sonic doesn't.
And Eggman has the entire horizon is just his robot.
I mean, even at the beginning, he made Scrap Brain Zone. So that was quite a big feat.
Yeah. I mean, he's the fastest thing alive, so that's like to build things so quickly.
Well, yes, but they do explain obviously that some with his idea, not idea, with his advances in robot intelligence, he has robots building lesser robots for the assembly lines to make things go faster.
Okay, so robots are building robots that are then building these bases.
Yes.
Well, if it works.
I mean, it makes sense if they're lesser. So, do I? Okay, good. I was like, there's an obvious thing to at least try to go back for this. I just wasn't sure if that would hurt me or not.
Yeah.
So there is something in this stage that like differs in a few versions, and differs between this version and the original, and I forget what it is. I think it has to do something with the battleship and platforms above the water. Well, there's the battleship, but like something that's oh,
Well, that's
okay, yeah, there.
depressing.
Well, okay, that's you defeat that and it
That
melts
looks
down.
familiar.
What?
Have we played a Mega Man game where we broke through? Oh, I think I'm probably thinking of when we went inside a submarine.
We went to what submarine?
So there's a Mega Man game where we went inside a submarine, or is that a Sonic game?
That was a Sonic game.
Okay, because I was thinking there must be a game where we broke something with a ship, but that's probably what I was thinking of.
So I mean, I'm sure there. Let's see. There are no. As for going in submarines, I don't think in the original, we had anything explicit. I mean, I'm sure we blew up submarine robots, but I don't think it was as specific like that. Sonic, I know that in Oil Ocean Zone, we did go into a submarine, and that was its own little section.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Oil Ocean, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Um, yeah, there's an alternate mode to this game that changes where the power-ups are, and I find it a bit later that things are different, but well, I know things are different eventually, but at the same time, like exactly how is a mystery, and because of that, I don't find a lot of the health upgrades in that mode, making things kind of hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gone. Goodbye forever.
What's going on here?
I used my arm parts to charge up Sting Chameleon's weapon. I was just reminded that I can charge up special weapons to gain extra effects. So I'm testing them out. Sting Chameleon's weapon gives you invincibility for a while.
Yeah, because I was thinking, have we seen any charged up special weapons? I think the answer is no.
So, unfortunately, I don't understand the charge fire wave because I don't realize I'm still underwater.
Yeah, so that actually affects it.
Yeah, you can't use it underwater.
Stop here, Launch Octopus. I only take orders from Sigma. There's no way
I'm kind of surprised we haven't made a single Sigma joke.
You've gone mad.
we did last time.
Maverick?
Oh, we did? Okay, well then that's fine.
Artistic battle style by that name.
Okay, that was a weird thing. Just like, man, I'm surprised we haven't done this thing we literally did last part. We did. Oh, okay. And that's just the end of it. I don't know. That's hilarious to me for some reason. Either way, Launch Octopus in the original, I believe, is like really hard, which is weird because like, okay, there was this Mega Man game, where what was it?
It's weird
like,
that
what?
his arms aren't incorporated. Like, I'm seeing him fire everything out of the shoulders.
Well, he can use you can in that attack where well, first off, he fired out of the arms there. He fires the little fish things out of the arms.
Yeah,
And
I
if you
could
get
see that.
and if you get caught in the tornado, he can while he descends, he can siphon health from you with the arms. There's actually a little Easter egg, I think, where you can cut off his arms with Boomerang Kuwanger's weapon, and that gets rid of some of his attacks.
That's cool.
Did I say Boomerang or Boomer?
You said boomerang.
I think it's Boomer.
Oh. That reminds me.
Oops, that was a mouse. Too bad that's there. I mean, emulation. Why would I ever do something like that?
I thought that was my mouse.
I mean, yes, it was yours over the video. You terrible, terrible person, emulation bad, whatever. We're never gonna get sponsored anyways.